Coming up, 4 runs required. This is 6, and Pakistan have won.
Australia have won the World Cup of 2011. Australia are the World Cup champions of 1999.
What a victory for the Sri Lankans. A fantastic...
Here's the man who's been largely responsible for us over the last.
The first World Cup, that is Australia's joy, and England.
Hello to all of you, another exciting episode of Match Point by Dr. Adnan. Lot of exciting news now, and first of all, sorry to all of my viewers who have waited for so long, and I was a bit late to come with an update, but today I promise you that today 1 hour will be full of bombardment of the full end cricket updates with the Pakistan, India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh and England, what's going on in the cricket circuit. But first of all, the major headline regarding the key series which has been played between Pakistan and New Zealand in the Pakistan's alternate home, where after the ODI series, Test series have been tied up with 1-1. The number one headline, we are heading towards the rubber. I mean the one of the best match of the series. It would have been showing the skills who is the best, whether New Zealand or Pakistan. So series is 1-1. New Zealand beat Pakistan in the first test match by 4 runs, which is the shortest losing margin for the Pakistan ever in their test history since they launched into the cricket world back in the 50s. And then in the second match, Pakistan convincingly beating Kiwis in their alternate home, proving that why Sharjah, Dubai and Abu Dhabi has been set to be the Pakistan's alternate home. Pakistan beat them by an innings and 16 runs, and Yasir Shah was hard to control. And we will go after the headlines and we will show you the details, how it progressed, how Yasir Shah did it, and how the records were tumbling in the cricketing world. And beware, today not the 1, not 2, there will be 3 killer factors, so you need to stay tuned on the Match Point. If Pakistan, before the test series, there was the ODI series, and very interesting ODI series where Pakistan losing the match and making a long losing sequel against Kiwis, and then ultimately winning the match. And then when they were bouncing back, match was deferred because of the rain, interrupted rain. But that was the very interesting story. I will show you in the cue card. If you can see now the ranking was very interesting, that Pakistan was at the 99 and New Zealand was 98 if Pakistan wins the series 2-1. But unfortunately their series was tied and Pakistan couldn't gain that point, and New Zealand was still now 1 point ahead of the team Pakistan. Now the next cue card I will show you, the updated ICC test rankings have been issued after the Pakistan's convincing victory of 1 innings and 16 runs. Here you go. Pakistan has moved ahead of Sri Lanka and up to the 6th position. Here you can see, and New Zealand clearly ahead of Pakistan. Yasir Shah's match figures in the second match was 14 for 184 versus New Zealand, seen him climb 9 places and now up to the 10th place in the ICC test bowling rankings. And earlier when the ODI series I was telling you that was drawn 1-1, no results. Third match Pakistan was having the daunting task because Pakistan has won only 3 out of last 15 deciders, ODI deciders, where Pakistan was playing whether in their home or whether they were playing away. Pakistan is only able to beat the opponents 3 times out of 15 attempts, and this was a big question mark as Pakistan had posted a total that whether Pakistan gonna restrict New Zealand and gonna win it, and can they make it 4 out of 16 or not. But before that, rain came in between. So 2 versus Zimbabwe, 1 versus West Indies, and last time when they won the decider, that was against a team higher ranked than them. That was the Brisbane Gabba back in 2002 in Australia, when Pakistan beat the team higher ranked than them. So just see the so poor track record of Team Pakistan. I wonder why and how come, but Pakistan is struggling in this very format, and especially after the departure of Misbahul Haq and Yunus Khan, the middle order is quite shaky and not as stable as it was before. But the match, as I told you, was called off because of the rain. Series was drawn 1-1. In 34 years and 458 limited over ODIs in the desert, whether it has been played in Abu Dhabi, whether it has been played in Sharjah, whether it has been played in Dubai. This was only the second time in 34 years when rain started in the desert. Otherwise, we are never gonna see the rain interrupting the game in the desert where Pakistan is playing as an alternate home. First time when it happened, that was 2015, not so much so many months back. It was Ireland versus Scotland. The 2 minnows were playing and the rain interrupted, and now it is Pakistan versus New Zealand when the play was halted due to the rain in the long 34 years in desert. Shaheen Shah Afridi was the man of the series, 9 wickets in 3 games, only the second under-19 player to grab the man of the series award in the ODIs after the great Walker Yunus. No one else during these eras from the 1990 and still the current date has been able to achieve this feat else than Waqar Yunus and Shaheen Shah Afridi. So now telling you something regarding the T10 league which has been going on. We will go into the details later on in the shows, further shows, but in short, T10 league which has been played on UAE, where Shahid Khan Afridi from the Pakhtuns and the Arabian team is over there with Wasim Akram. So plenty of exciting news from that league also. But cutting short, we will ask and we will tell you about the wonder boy of Pakistan and wonder boy of the previous Quetta Gladiator, Hassan Khan, whom we met over here, and he talked to us, and we will show you soon what Hassan Khan says, and promising player from the Pakistan and previously from the Quetta Gladiators, but this year we will see you from some other franchise, and I will tell you in the further as we go in the show that from where he will play. Impressive performance from the 20-year-old spinner Hassan Khan in the T10 league, 4 for 21 including the wickets of Ian Morgan and Tharanga. So he has been switched, as I told you, from Gladiators to Qalandars. Might be we will see that these shifts, can they change the fate of Qalandars? But still it's a big question mark about the fate of Qalandars, who are the most failed team in the so far these editions of the Pakistan Super League. Ian Bell. When we are talking about the Pakistan Super League, why not to discuss the major headline? Ian Bell, the great promising player from the English team and the great sportsman Ian Bell, will be the part of Pakistan Super League Season 4, and he has been signed by Islamabad United. He has confirmed that he will travel to Pakistan for the Pakistan Super League matches if his team goes to the final rounds. The PCB is though trying to persuade, we have heard, the Cricket Australia to come to Pakistan and to play the 2-match ODI series next year in 2019, beginning in Pakistan, so that the preparation of the Cricket World Cup 2019 may go quickly for the Pakistan and they may play with the champion team. So still Australian Cricket Board has not answered positively, and they are waiting for the confirmation that Team Australia can come to the Pakistan for the 2-match series in Lahore Gaddafi Stadium, but yet a question mark. Good news from the Quetta Gladiators and the PSL that after Devon Bravo stated that he will travel to Pakistan for the Pakistan Super League, now Sunil Narayan has confirmed that if his team plays the grand finale, he is available for the Quetta Gladiators. So another exciting news after the Hassan Khan switch, Sunil Narayan, who was previously playing from the Fawad Rana's Lahore Qalandars, he is now being switched and he has been coming to the Moin Khan's and Sarfaraz Ahmed's team skipper Quetta Gladiators team. So let's see the wonder boy of the West Indies and the wonder boy of the super over what more wonders he can do to the already champion team of Quetta Gladiators playing the 2 grand finales of the Pakistan Super League. Next headline is the major headline regarding the team skipper and the World Cup winning captain Imran Khan. Imran Khan and Navjot Singh Sidhu finally launched the corridor connecting Gurdwara Darbar Sahib in Kartarpur area of Narowal district to the Dera Baba Nanak in India's Gurdaspur district. And Imran was praising Sidhu that Sidhu was such a fighter when he was playing against Sidhu and the Indian team of Kapil Dev, Sunil Gavaskar and Navjot Singh Sidhu. And Sidhu also praised Imran Khan and always acknowledging his capabilities of captaining the old rivals Pakistan. And he said, Imran said this thing, that being the Prime Minister of the India, if he becomes, it will be a golden gateways for both of the nations and they will progress. And let's see that can it happen in the future or not. But Imran wished that Navjot Singh Sidhu be the future Prime Minister of India to make the both prosperity and in the both the nations and the both the countries, and it will be very important and vital to bring the people of both the countries closer to each other. Fakhar Zaman, who is the beauty of Pakistan ODI and T20 and who made Pakistan possible the victory of the Champions Trophy grand finale. The bad news for the Fakhar fans that Fakhar got the grade 2 tear of his knee ligament which was ruptured. There was no fracture, but the knee ligament, lateral ligament was fractured, and Fakhar is not fit for the current matches, but it's been said now from the Pakistan camp that hopefully before the South African tour, Fakhar will be able to join the team Pakistan against the Springboks for the tour of South Africa. Somerset have announced now recently the next news that the old Pakistan ODI skipper and the opening batsman of the Test cricket in Pakistan, Azhar Ali, has joined Somerset, the previous county of Ian Botham. Now this season, Azhar will be going to the English summer and he will be part of the team Somerset for the 2019 season. Joe Root became the first English captain to lead England to a whitewash series victory in the away matches since Ted Dexter was the last English captain who back in 1963 beat New Zealand in the whitewash 3-0 back in their home, in the Kiwis' home, and now he became the second man after 1963 in the history of English cricket to have a whitewash when out of the English soil. Misbahul Haq, the big news from the Pakistan Super League, as I was already late for my shows and couldn't share the news for you, but in the last match point when I came to the show, I gave you the headlines that Misbahul Haq will be the mentor of Islamabad United. लेकिन कुछ घमसान का रन पड़ गया क्योंकि मिसबाहुल हक is not willing to play as a mentor. He still believes that he has some cricketing abilities left in his stock and he is still having the stock shots of this career in his pocket, and still he feels that he wants to play. But The problem was this, that Islamabad United, when he told that he is available as a player, Islamabad United is saying, their management is saying that Misbah was too late to inform them that he will be available for Islamabad, because they wanted to play him as a mentor. I think the theme behind is this, that in the last PSL, the last season, the season 3, Misbahul Haq, out of 8 matches, he played only 4 matches, and overall he made the scores of 57. So might be they were reluctant to pick him as a player in the draft. So this was the problem where the things went wrong, and Misbahul Haq, they refused to include Misbahul Haq in the final 11, and this is the breaking headline news that Misbahul Haq is no more the part of Islamabad United in this very season of Pakistan Super League, because he wanted to enter into the draft. So let the show progress, and I will tell you that where Misbahul Haq is going and what is the fate of Misbahul Haq. So Shakibul Hasan, the next news from the Bangladesh, he became the first player from the Bangladesh to take the 200 test wickets, also became the fastest ever cricketer in the history to complete the double of 3000 runs and 200 wickets. Shakib reached the milestone in the 54th test, just one less than the great Ian Botham of England. Next news from the Afghanistan, we will jump. Mohammad Shehzad, the blasting middle order batsman from Afghanistan. You have seen him hitting the ball like anything and cruelly, but yet he is overweight. He says, what is yo-yo test? I don't know yo-yo. Don't tell me yo-yo. How many fit players of 20 yo-yo test can hit the boundary like me? Just make a match and I will throw the ball at the longer distance out of the boundary line. Come on, have a yo-yo with me. So I don't know now the Afghanistan management is happy or unhappy, but he, just like Shahid Afridi, this man, very man from the Afghanistan, he knows the art of living in the news of cricket. PCB has announced the 15-member squad of the third test match to be played in Abu Dhabi from 3rd to 7th December. And here we go. I will tell you the Mohammad Hafiz, Imamul Haq, Azhar Ali, Haris Suhail, Asad Shafiq, Babar Azam, Saad Ali, Sarfaraz Ahmed, Captain Yasir Shah, Bilal Asif, Muhammad Abbas, Hassan Ali, Shaheen Shah Afridi, Fahim Ashraf, Mir Hamza will be the part of the third test. Let's see the final 11. Still, they have to tell that they will pick whom for the final 11. On this very day, before going to the break, because I have been signaled from my management and the producer that we have to take a break, but before going to the break, this very day back in the 1981, about 35 years ago, what happened? Do you know a very unique incident happened when the Pakistan's legends Javed Miandad and Dennis Lillee got into the trouble into the Australian grounds, and Javed Miandad nearly wrapped his bat around the head of the Dennis Lillee, and the ground was none other but the Perth Waka, which is the paradise of the fast bowlers. Still, lot more to come, but you need to tune into the E-Awaz and Match Point. You are watching Match Point by Dr. Adnan, and you can follow me on the YouTube, Facebook page, Greatest Empire USA, and the number is scrolling down. You can call us, you can contact us via YouTube, via Facebook. You can become a part of our show, you can give suggestions, you can ask questions and tell us how to improve the show, and I will be looking forward for your important opinions and your valuable opinions. Keep watching Match Point. This is E-Awaz. I will be right back. Welcome back after the break. You are watching Match Point. As I told you that we will quickly progress to the drafting of the Pakistan Super League. After the headlines, now I have lot of stuff to tell you, and we will jump towards the Pakistan versus New Zealand, the 2 games, and the England versus Sri Lanka, the very exciting game. We will discuss that game also. But first of all, the important thing, the Pakistan Super League 4, season 4 is going to be happen in 2019. So the drafting has been done. So let's take you to the drafting. But before drafting, if you are not knowing, I may tell you that Multan Sultan is no more now in the Pakistan Super League, as the Shahoon Group has been kicked out of the Pakistan Super League because of the payment issues and lot of other defaulter issues. Shahoon Group is no more the part, Multan Sultan is no more the part. So yet the sixth franchise has not been named. So still we are waiting for the sixth franchise name. So we will label it as a sixth team. When we will discuss the drafting, we will tell you about the sixth team, mean the sixth franchise. But let's not put you in the trouble. I don't want you put you in the puzzle. I will give you some hints, because the most likely the sixth franchise is going to the very strong, someone very strong right now. As in the news, it has been told that Akil Dedi, he could have been the big business investors and one of the business tycoons in the Pakistan. It has been heard that he could have been in a chance to take this sixth team of the Pakistan Super League. A part of the Akil Dedi, also I have heard that Jahangir Tareen's son, Ali Khan Tareen, Jahangir Tareen, who is the part of the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf and the captain's team, he is the part of the skipper's team. His son is also interested in the sixth franchise. So sixth team could have been decided either ways, but it has been heard that at the end of the first week of December, would have been decided via tender that who is going to win this tender. But most of the eyes are connecting towards the Ali Khan Tareen, that he could have been most likely take this franchise. So anyhow, here we go towards the drafting and may tell you what's next in the drafting. So let's see the screen. The platinum picks, Lahore Qalandars, a very smart move. AB de Villiers, as we discussed last time, that if they got the first turn, they will pick the AB de Villiers, and they availed that opportunity and they didn't miss it. The sixth team, they picked Stephen Smith, Lahore Qalandars, Mohammad Hafiz, Peshawar Zalmi, Karen Pollard. Sixth team, again in the second, Shahid Afridi, Quetta Gladiators, Devon Bravo. And if still your fingers are crossed and you are thinking that I am telling you something wrong, it's not wrong. Shahid Khan Afridi will not be a part of the Karachi Kings. In short, just I want to tell you that there was a huge dispute between the owners of the Karachi Kings and the business tycoon Salman Iqbal and Shahid Afridi, because Salman was not willing that Shahid Khan Afridi become a part of the T10 franchise, which has been happening right now in Dubai, Abu Dhabi and Sharjah. But Shahid Khan Afridi said that he cannot be controlled like that way, and he will become a part of the Pakhtuns in the T10 league. So he has been switched and he has been removed from the president of Karachi Kings. And the new news is this, that Wasim Akram's Pakistan's Mysterio, he is now the president of the Karachi Kings. And interestingly, I want to tell you something, that Wasim Akram is a part of now Karachi Kings. He is the president of Karachi Kings, but still he is a part of a T10 league. And he clearly told that he is the motivator and he needs to move this league. So he is working as a mentor and lot of the other subjects. So he cannot leave this T10 league. And else than this, he is also working along with the Arabians, Maratha Arabians. तो शाहिद खान आफरीदी ये पूछ सकते हैं कि क्या ये खुला तजाद नहीं है, but anyhow जी, Karachi Kings have decided now the new president as a Wasim Akram, and Shahid Khan Afridi most likely to the sixth team along with Mohammad Hafiz. But let's see, fingers are crossed. Quickly back to the cue cards where the platinum wing is ready. So the last Quetta Gladiators, Devon Bravo. In the diamond picks, Lahore Qalandars, Carlos Brathwaite. Sixth team, Joe Denley, Peshawar Zalmi, Misbahul Haq, Islamabad United, Ian Bell, Lahore Qalandars, Corey Anderson. So by now you would have been knowing now that Misbahul Haq has gone to the Peshawar Zalmis. He will be the part of the Darren Sami and Javed Afridi's team, Peshawar Zalmi, the two-time finalist and the big-time rivals of Islamabad United. So Misbah has jumped back to the rival team, all-time rival in the previous Super Leagues. let's see how the things will progress when once the league will be started in the 2019. So let's go again to the Q card. Again the Q card now, the gold picks: Lahore Qalandars, Lamishan, 6th team Qais Ahmed, Kota Gladiators Fawad Ahmed, Karachi Kings Sikandar Raza, Peshawar Zalmi David Milan, Islamabad United have retained Sameet Patel. 6th team Nicholas Puran will be a part of the 6th team. Nicholas Puran, who came to our show and he was the wonder boy for the Cricket West Indies over here in the T20 League, will be the part of the 6th team. Peshawar Zalmi, Umar Amin, and Islamabad United Phil Salt. Now the silver picks, quickly we will move to the Q card. 6th team Laurie Evans, Kota Gladiators, Mohammad Asghar, Karachi Kings, Awais Sia, Peshawar Zalmi, Wayne Madsen, Islamabad United, Cameron Delport, Kota Gladiators, Danish Aziz. 6th team Noman Ali, Lahore Qalandars, Haris Sohail. And the silver picks, other second round, Karachi Kings, Osama Mir has been retained. Peshawar Zalmi, Shoaib Maqsood, Kota Gladiators, Ahsan Ali, Karachi Kings, Aaron Summers, Peshawar Zalmi, Jamal Anwar, Karachi Kings, Sohail Khan, Karachi Kings again, Iftikhar Ahmed. Emerging picks now in the category: Lahore Qalandars, Mohammad Imran, Umair Maqsood, Kota Gladiators, Ghulam Mudassir and Naseem Shah. While 6th team went for Mohammad Ilyas, Karachi Kings for Ali Imran and Ibrar Ahmed, Peshawar Zalmi, Nabi Gul, Islamabad United, Mohammad Musa and Nasir Nawaz. And at the end there were the supplementary picks. In the first round, Lahore Qalandars, Brandon Taylor, 6th team Dan Christian, Kota Gladiators, Harry Gurne, Karachi Kings, Amir Jameen, Peshawar Zalmi, Waqar Salam Khail, Islamabad United, Wayne Purnell. Supplementary picks, the second round started, and in the second round, Lahore Qalandars, Gohar Ali, 6th team Tom Maurice, Kota Gladiators, Ahmed Shahzad, Karachi Kings, Ben Dunk, Peshawar Zalmi, Chris Jordan, Islamabad United, Zahir Khan. And the round 3, Lahore Qalandars, Azaz Chima, 6th team Ali Shafiq, Kota Gladiators, Azam Khan, lot of fingers to the Azam Khan. Look what he will do. Still he is having the weight above 60 kg, and they are saying of his performance, I'm not saying anything right now, but lot of critics now, they don't like Azam Khan's inclusion in the Kota Gladiators, because lot of other guys above 60% performing with the batting still out of the Gladiators pick. But anyhow, Azam Khan in the supplementary pick, round 3, he will be a part of the Kota Gladiators once again. So Karachi Kings, Liam Livingstone, Peshawar Zalmi, Tasam Sheikh, Islamabad United, Ahmed Butt. In the round 4, last round, Lahore Qalandars, Haris Rauf, 6th team Shakil Ansar, Kota Gladiators, Jalat Khan, Karachi Kings, Jahid Ali, Peshawar Zalmi, Samiullah Jr., Islamabad United, Rizwan Hussain. And now at the end, I want to tell you about the captains of the Pakistan Super League Season 4. First of all, Karachi Kings, Imad Wasim has been retained as a captain of Karachi Kings, while Lahore Qalandars, a new move, Mohammad Hafiz will be the part of Lahore Qalandars. Now they left the previous franchise, the shuffling has been happened, and he will be the captaining Lahore Kings. Let's see, after Brandon McCallum, Hafiz can change the fate of Rana Fawad's Lahore Qalandars or not. Peshawar Zalmi is being retained. Evergreen Darren Sami Khan will be the captain of Peshawar Zalmi. 6th team, the captain will be Shoaib Malik, because Multan Sultan is no more there. 6th team then will be originated, it will be named officially. Shoaib Malik will be there. Kota Gladiators has retained their evergreen skipper and the Pakistan proud skipper Sarfaraz Ahmed. And Islamabad United is the only franchise who is still suffering from the think tank like Misbahul Haq, and no captain has been finalized. And I think the jo raaz hoga iska captain ka, that will be in the red book of Dino. So let's open that red book of Dino and see who will be the captain of the Islamabad United, the most successful franchise and the 2 times the champions of the Pakistan Super League Season 1 and the Season 3 Grand Finale champion. No captain has been finalized from Islamabad United. Soon it will be there. It will be on the match point. Shahid Afridi out of the Karachi Kings. So Karachi fans will be little down from the Lala's ouster, but believe me, I can tell you that it was very good for them. Ask me how. Now just see, they can retain now Mohammad Amir will be there, Babar will be there, Munro will be there, Colin Ingram will be there. So let's see, their fate can be changed. 4 valuable players they can retain in spite of losing Lala. So I think this was a very good move. Afridi's absence will not be any meaning for Karachi Kings, and Karachi Kings still can progress to the next round. The only things they will be suffering from the Gana Shana and ads, because the marketing campaign is gonna blow from Shahid Khan Afridi when he will be out of Karachi Kings. जो लाला के आशिक हैं, they still say that there should be, after the platinum category, there should be an emerald category. So I don't know that you may suggest the emerald category for this young man, not young man, nor middle-aged man, but they say that the platinum category is so less and so low for Shahid Khan Afridi. But let's see what wonders he can do for the 6th team now. And we will progress to the next major headline, as we have discussed in the headlines about the England versus Sri Lanka, that English captain, he became the first one, Joe Root, in the English history since 1963 to beat in the opponents in the away series in a whitewash. So we will tell you what happened in England versus Sri Lanka. England whitewashed Sri Lanka 3-0 and beat Sri Lanka by 211 runs in the first game, 57 runs in the second game, and then mere 42 runs and beating them in their den in the Pelake Stadium, in the Colombo Stadium. I mean, it was one of the best cricket which England has played over the 2 decades, what I'm seeing when they are coming to the Asia. This was their best. England versus Sri Lanka, England winning the 3rd test. First of all, I want to tell you about the 3rd one, which was the most interesting and the shortest margin in this series. They beat Sri Lanka by 42 runs. England making 336 in the first innings, and Joe Butler was their hero and he made the 64, and then Sri Lanka was trailing back at the 240. They couldn't meet the excellence of Butler and the lower middle order of the English team, which is so much stronger, I do believe. And Karunaratne made the 83 and De Silva then 73 in the first. Adil Rashid picked 5 wickets. He was the pick of the English bowlers, along with the Ben Stokes lethal blow at the crucial time with the 3 wickets. And then England making 230 in the second innings, and Johnny Bairstow was the hero and he made the 100. The most reliable nowadays, in the nowadays cricket, I say the most reliable middle order, Johnny Bairstow, Moeen Ali and Ben Stokes, one of the best in the international cricket, I say. And Johnny Bairstow remained up to my words and making a brilliant 100 in the second innings, in the pressure match, in the away match, on the Asian soil, where always English team is struggling. And believe me, it was struggling against Spain, but Bairstow made Sri Lankan bowlers on the struggle. Sri Lanka then chasing 3-0-1 and Pelaleki, and Pakistan, if I tell you that there was a good news for Sri Lanka, if Sri Lanka would have gone this way, Sri Lanka went to the chase, and previously on this very ground, Pakistan team successfully chased 377 and won by 7 wickets on this very ground 3 years ago when Azhar Ali was appointed captain. Sri Lanka made 284 runs, Mendes 86 and 86 in the second, while chasing the target of 327. Even the target was less than the Pakistan team. Moeen Ali and Leach, they grabbed 4 wickets each and gave a huge blow to the Sri Lanka. Pereira got 8 wickets and Sandakan 7 wickets in a losing cause, but they couldn't help Sri Lanka avoid this certain defeat and they couldn't avoid the certain whitewash. The second test, I wanted to tell you something which was played in the Pelaleke, that Kushal Silva, he became the first ever Sri Lankan opener to be stumped while chasing a target in the test. He was stumped on the 4 balls after facing 6 balls. Might be. Do you think that someone has played less balls than him in the test and got stumped? Fingers crossed. because this will be a killer factor. And I will tell you at the end that did it happen or not. If it happened, it will be the part of the show. That whether someone played less balls than him, I mean less balls than the 6 balls, less balls than the over, and got stumped in the test match. What a pity, such a pity. We will see the cricket world what they say. Moeen Ali's bowling strike rate, second innings 45.9, the best for the English spinner, with 50 wickets in the test in the last 120 years, would you believe? For the first time in the 141-year test history, 38 wickets fell to the spinners in a test match. 38 wickets to the spinner. One got run out and only the one was taken by the pacer, and that was Suranga Lakmal, the lucky man who grabbed the wicket with his pace. Sri Lanka have been penalized with a 5 penalty runs in the Paloleke for deliberately not putting the bat over the line and making the run short deliberately. And the batsman was Roshan Silva, who became the culprit in this. England's first innings total had been changed from 285 to 290. We have not seen this. We are seeing this after the decade now, this penalty. But the best such known penalty was South Africa getting 5 runs in the Kolkata in 2010, when you remember, when the ball was racing towards the square boundary and Virender Sehwag deliberately pushed the ball with his boot outside the boundary so that the Hashim Amla may not come on the strike in the next over. And then the team India was penalized on that match. So before we go to the break, because I have told to take the break, we will go to the killer factor. Bring the music on. So Kushal Silva, he was stumped on the ball number 6 of the over. So my question was it the shortest time for the batsman to be stumped on the test match while coming on the crease? No, it didn't happen, because it was not the shortest time. Shortest time was happening somewhere 4 to 5 years ago, and that was none other but the English opener and the English captain, the proud captain, Alastair Cook, one of our favorites. Alastair Cook was the one who got out stumped on the 4th ball of the match. When he played the 4th ball in the chasing case in the Kolkata in 2012, Alastair Cook got out, and this was the killer factor. I hope you would have liked it, and still plenty of news. When I will come back from the break, we will jump directly to the Pakistan versus New Zealand, where the 3 test match series has been drawn on 1-1. We will tell you how Pakistan lost by 4 runs and how New Zealand lost by innings and 16 runs. Straight to the match point. You can go to our Facebook page and YouTube page, Greatest Empire USA. And this is Dr. Adnan, and you are tuned into the E-Awaz, and we will take a very short break, and I will be right back. Welcome back after the break. Now Pakistan versus New Zealand. Exciting series was going on. Is going on, and we are waiting for the third one, the decider, who will decide the champion of this series of the test cricket match which has been happening between Kiwis and the green shirts. The first test, first of all, we will go where in the Abu Dhabi, New Zealand winning the toss and batting first. Only once the team has lost in Abu Dhabi after batting first in 11 matches, and that team was South Africa back in 2013. But I think Kiwis were the one who were ready to change the fate this time in the Abu Dhabi, the heart of United Arab Emirates and the capital city of UAE. New Zealand got out on 153 all out. Who would have thought that New Zealand will jump back or Pakistan will be ready for the suicide in this match? New Zealand got out 153 in this match. First time in the 16 years that Pakistan have restricted the opponents for under 200 in 3 consecutive under 200 scores innings in the test. The previous matches, when the Australian team were here, Aussies were restricted for 145 and then 164, and now New Zealand have been restricted to the 153. So huge responsibility for the batting side, but the batting side again showed that why they are the more risky and why it is so people with the trembling hearts, why they are so much afraid to see the Pakistan batting. Pakistan batting fans seeing the Pakistan bat is not a good sign in any format of cricket, whether it's a test format, whether it's a one day format, and this is what we are seeing from the last 3 decades since the 80s, when the great Javed Miandad was alone handling the batting side and the Pakistan team was crumbling like the autumn leaves. But at the end, usually the bowlers were the one who were doing the safety for Pakistan and who were pushing them to the final lines. But unfortunately now in this test match, bowlers also could not do much with the bat. Last time it was versus Bangladesh in 2002 when Pakistan restricted them under 200, and now this were the 3 quick attempts, 2 times versus Aussies and 1 time versus Kiwis, and in 2 times Pakistan also could not beat Australia. Australia was able to draw that match, and this match also Pakistan couldn't beat New Zealand even in spite of so brilliant effort by their bowler. Yasir Shah 3, Abbas and Hassan Ali and Haris Sohail grabbed 2 each in this. Williamson making the captain knock of 63 down the order. Pakistan made 227 with Babar Azam 62 and Bolt taking 4 wickets in this innings. Grandholm and Patel 2 each, and Wagner and Ish Sudhi 1 each in this match. New Zealand then making 249 and Nichols and Watling brilliant half centuries at the bottom, and then Jeet Rawals 46 and Williamson 37, and the fifer went for Hassan Ali and Yasir Shah, but alas that fifer could not work for Pakistan. It was a simple target for Pakistan. The target close to the 200 could have been challengeful for the Pakistan. Commentators were already saying that anything in between 180 and 200 could have been tough for the Pakistan on the turning page, but who would have thought that Pakistan will be trembling, the wickets will be trembling like this, and they failed to scale 136 against Sri Lanka last year at this very ground. If you remember, they lost the match against Sri Lanka, and that Sri Lanka which was losing the games against every ICC test playing nation, and Pakistan lost to them in their alternate home. This time with a target of 176, mere target of 176 with 10 wickets in hand. Pakistan run chases, as I told you, are not recommended for those with a weak hearts and with a nervous depositions. What happened? Pakistan collapsed at 171. Pakistan's previous test skipper Azhar Ali got 65 runs, but I say that is of no use because Azhar was unable to move the non-striker along with him, unable to play like Mahendra Singh Dhoni and rotating the strike and making the match win for Pakistan. So that 65 was not of no use, and that's why he knew after making the 50 he didn't raise the bat, because he knew Pakistan is in trouble. At one stage, partnership between him and Asad Shafiq was going very well. Asad was playing at 45, and then Pakistan last 5 wickets went without troubling the scorers. Would you believe that the last 5 wickets went, 4 men made 0, and Sarfaraz Ahmed making 3 runs, the skipper making 3, and the last 5 wickets combined made 3 runs and made Pakistan suffer with the hands of Kiwis in their own home. Plenty of poor run chases I have seen by the Pakistan over the years, but I will say this is one of the worst Pakistan's campaign against the tourists on their own home ground, and this is the shortest margin of victory against Pakistan in their soils. We will discuss further that what are the shortest margin, but this was the Pakistan's shortest margin of loss. Hassan Ali was criticized, some saying that he was looking into the poor form, and some saying he is not a test bowler, but believe me, 2 for 38, and then the fifer in the second innings proved again that Hassan Ali is really he is not struggling, and he is doing some wonders for Pakistan. This is the responsibility of the batting side to do something for the Pakistan. Hassan Ali has been brilliant in both test matches. If we see versus New Zealand, good pace, excellent reverse swing, 62.4 overs, 154 runs and 11 wickets he grabbed at the average of 14 per wicket. During this test match, Yasir Shah, I want to tell you, gone ahead of Sarfaraz Nawaz, Shoaib Akhtar and Saeed Ajmal. In the list of Pakistani bowlers with the most test wickets, he is now 8th on the all-time hit list for Pakistan. First time in the last 14 years, there are two Pakistan bowlers have got fifer in an innings, Hassan Ali and Yasir Shah. Before that, last time when it happened, that was 2004 when Shoaib Akhtar and Danish Kaneria did it for Pakistan at MCG Melbourne Cricket Ground versus Aussies. Most 5 wickets innings for the Pakistan, if I go, Wasim Akram 25 times in 104 matches, and then Imran Khan 23 times, Waqar Yunus 22, Abdul Qadir 15, Yasir Shah is at the 14 now, one less than the Danish Kaneria who took the 15 times this 5 wicket haul. Hassan Ali has dedicated his 5 wicket haul to the Pakistan bowling cricket coach Azhar Mahmood, who is really working hard with these guys. Sarfraz said at the end that he admit that it was his team mistake and he admit the responsibility of the Pakistan to lose in this match. Our team could not handle the pressure and Babar Azam run out was the turning point when the collapse started. Pakistan last 17 test matches, if I go, lost 11, won 5, drawn 1. Since 30th October 2016, if I date back to the past, Pakistan has played 6 tests in the UAE, which they say is their alternate home. They lost 4, 2 to Sri Lanka and 1 to West Indies and now 1 to New Zealand. They have won only 1 against Australia and they have drawn 1 also against Australia. New Zealand winning by 4 runs, 5th smallest margin of victory by runs in the test history. New Zealand test record while defending target below 200. This is a very important point and a core myth of the match point. Listen to it. New Zealand records whenever the targets defending below 200 is such bad, not good like the Pakistan when Pakistan pace battery was at the top. Matches they played 61 and they were able to win only 2 games out of them and they lost 54 games and drew 5, but unfortunately Pakistan made them win this match. Wins against England in Wellington and 1978. There was only 2 instances for the New Zealand defending the totals under 200. One was back in Wellington in their own home 1978 and this was against Pakistan in Abu Dhabi, and that very match which was played in Wellington, that was against the Bob Willis and Ian Botham's teams of England in 1978. Most defeats while chasing under 200 targets in test in the last 10 years. Pakistan again in a leading cause. Pakistan have 5 such defeats, Team India 2 and Australia, England 1 each. And now it's a time of the killer factor. Bring the music on. As I have told you that Pakistan lost the match by 4 runs, lot of question marks in your mind that is this the shortest margin of losing in a test cricket match, and New Zealand won it by 4 runs. So is it the shortest margin of victory in a test match? Of course, it was the shortest for the Pakistan, but it is not the shortest. This is the killer factor, and we will tell you that which is the shortest margin of victory in a test match. There have been only 4 wins with the margins smaller than this. I mean the margin which is smaller than the 4 runs. England 3 runs versus Australia in Melbourne in 1982 when Ian Botham's and Graham Gooch team lost to the Ashes and they lost to the then Australian team of Alan Border, and that was the first time that was the shortest margin in that year when England was playing. And then Australia lost to the England with 3 runs in Manchester in 1902, also the Ashes series. that was also the shortest margin. And then England versus Australia, and England losing by 2 runs back in the 2005 in Birmingham, making it the further shortest margin of victory in a test match. But the shortest was the West Indies, when the Windies, who lost versus Australia in the Adelaide in 1993, when the Richie Richardson team lost to the Aussies by 1 run. This was the shortest margin of victory by the Australia ever in the 125 years history of test cricket. So let's move further. 4 is the margin which the Pakistan lost in the first match, and 4 is the number of times New Zealand have defeated Pakistan now in the away test. This was the New Zealand's successive win in the UAE after having beaten Pakistan in Sharjah in 2014, and Kiwis have also won 2 tests in Lahore in 1996 and 1969 against the Intikhab Alam's team of Pakistan. And the second test now which the Pakistan won, we want to discuss quickly before closing the show, because a lot of heroics have been done and the positives we want to discuss toward the end of the show. Pakistan declared this second match at 418 runs, their lowest first innings total in the declaring innings in nearly 40 years. Pakistan have never declared the match so quickly in the 40 years. Babar Azam 127 unbeaten, and Haris Sohail making the century again, 147. Although that he was quite slow in making this 147, Haris Sohail, I said this because he took 309 balls to make his 100. This is the 6th slowest century for Pakistan in the test matches, and the slowest in the 6 years since 319 ball 100 by Azhar Ali versus England in 2012. Azhar Ali making 81 and Colin Grandholm bagging 2 wickets. New Zealand was then put to bat. Jeet Rawal, Tom Latham and Williamson went to the double figures. And then what happened? New Zealand was phagocytosed by the Yasir Shah. And then none of the 7 batsmen went to the double figures against the mighty Yasir Shah, and Yasir taking 8 wickets, brilliantly taking. Only twice in the test history a team had lost 10 wickets for the 40 runs or the less after the 50-run opening stand. And very interesting thing I will tell you, that both time it was the Pakistan's bowling and both time it was the New Zealand batting. 50 for 0 and then 90 all out, and before it happened in Auckland in their own home in 2001, when 91 they were for 0 and then 131 all out. Enforced to the follow on, and they fought back well with the 350s in top order: Tom Latham, Ross Taylor, Henry Nichols, but it was too late for them to come back, and Yasir Shah fired with 6 wickets along with the evergreen Hassan Ali grabbing the 3 wickets in the test match number 2. Maiden test 100 for the Babar Azam, no doubt, first one and many more to come. But big day in the Babar's life as he has opened his phase of hundreds in the test cricket. Pakistan, since Misbah-ul Haq and Yunus Khan's retirement from the test cricket in May 2017, number of innings Pakistan have played 16, and number of time batsmen have made centuries only 3. So just see the beauty of great Misbah and the Yunus Khan, how the number of centuries have been declined over the years after their retirement. 100 and Pakistan were bowled out for 114 in UAE, 134, 171 in the UAE, 174 and then 227 in the UAE, 248 and 262 in UAE. All these low figures and the low scores of the total on the flat batting track in their own home, in their own den is all these all innings are after the exclusion of Yunus Khan and Misbah-ul Haq from the Pakistan team. Highest average in the test cricket in 2018, if I tell you, with a minimum of 400 runs, you can see the cue card. Babar Azam 67.71, Virat Kohli at the second 59.05 and Kunal Ratne 53.91, AB de Villiers 53.16, Usman Khaja 47.08, Third best figures for the Pakistani bowler in test innings, best in 3 decades. And Abdul Qadir 9 for 56 against England in 1987. Sarfaraz Nawaz 9 for 86 versus Australia in the Melbourne, that famous match when he was declared the hero of Melbourne. And now Yasir Shah 8 for 41 against New Zealand. This is the third best bowling from the Pakistan. Yasir Shah became the first ever Pakistani cricketer to take 10 wickets in the day's play. Last bowler to take the 10 wickets in a single day, he was Anil Kumble against Pakistan in the 1999 at New Delhi when Pakistan lost 10 wickets in the one day. Memorable day for Yasir Shah. His bowling figures were 25 overs, 97 runs he have given and 10 wickets he has taken for the 3 maidens. Yasir Shah is told that when he was going towards the stadium, it was blinking into his mind and he thought, can I take the 10 wickets overall? And he thought, but I never thought this in my dreams that I will take the 10 wickets in the single day. Fastest to get the 200 test wickets, Clary Grimmett now in 36 matches. Now Yasir I is toward this record. He has done in the 36 matches and Yasir is only on the 32nd match and he has grabbed now 191 wickets. Ravi Chandra Ashwin has done in the 37 matches. Dennis Lilly and Waqar Younis has done it in 38 matches. So the lowest to get the 200 wickets is the record of 36 matches and that goes to Clary Grimmett. So third test, our eyes will be towards the Yasir Shah, that can this Clary Grimmett 82 years old record could have been broken or not. During this match, Yasir Shah climbed another place in the list of bowlers in the most test wickets for Pakistan. Wasim Akram, mighty Wasim Akram with a 414 and 373 for Waqar Younis. Imran Khan 362 down the track on the 6th number now. He has crossed Mushtaq Ahmed of Pakistan and now Yasir Shah with a 191. He has climbed up the ladder. Ross Taylor said that this man is a world-class spinner, 32 matches and 15 fifers, and he is outstanding in these conditions which we say the desert of Dubai. The record for the most wickets by a Pakistani in a test match was also seriously at risk at one point, and it was a huge question that can Pakistan's Yasir Shah break Imran Khan record of 14 for 116 which he has done it against Sri Lanka in 1982. So we were thinking that he can take the 15 wickets, but unfortunately 1 wicket was taken by Hassan Ali, so he could only equalize the record of Imran Khan. So finally 14 wickets and he levelled the national test record for the most wickets in a test match with the Prime Minister of Pakistan. Best figures for the Pakistani bowler in a test match now: Imran Khan 14 for 116 versus Sri Lanka, and now Yasir Shah 14 for 184 versus New Zealand. But if you compare the number of runs given, then Pakistan Prime Minister is still having the edge of giving the less runs in the past. Yasir Shah bowling figures third best by a leg spinner in the history of Test cricket. Narinder Hirwani back in the 80s, 16 for 136. Anil Kumble 14 for 149. Yasir Shah 14 for 184 and Clary Grimmett 14 for 199. Dismissing all 11 batsmen in a test match, Yasir Shah needed to dismiss BJ Watling and Colin Grandholm. But unfortunately, only 6 bowlers have done it, and Yasir could have the 7th bowler to done it in style by dismissing all 11 batsmen of opposition. But unfortunately, Colin Grandholm wicket was taken by Hassan Ali. Colin Grandholm was interestingly bowled out by Hassan Ali in both the innings, and Yasir unfortunately could not do this. And the last time when it was done, that was done in 2000 in Galle, when the great Murli Dharan has taken and dismissed all 11 batsmen of the opposition. Quickly we want to go and we want to have to end the show. Yasir Shah performance even more remarkable because his mother, sadly, it is a very sad news that she passed away some days ago, 2 weeks ago, and it was a huge trauma. And what praise I should do for Yasir Shah that coming out of that trauma, and He was so diligently playing for Pakistan with so much effort. He took these wickets that is beyond praise. Thumbs up for the Yasir Shah from the match point. Yasir Shah now 195 wickets overall now in the 32 test matches, and only 5 wickets needed in 3 test matches to become the fastest man to get to the 200 test wickets. 2 other bowlers before Yasir have taken the 9 wickets in one day. No one has taken 10 wickets. He is the first one. Intikhab Alam has taken in 1973 in Dunedin versus New Zealand the 9 wickets, and great Abdul Qadir when English team after the 1987 World Cup came to the Pakistan from Calcutta, he took there and grabbed in Lahore Gaddafi Stadium 9 wickets. Sarfaraz Ahmed best match as a wicketkeeper. He kept wonderfully to the Yasir on the turning track, turning wicket. Last catch was his 148th dismissal in the test, which took him above Moin Khan 147. Most consecutive innings with a wicket to start the test career to Pakistan. We want to mention about the Abbas before closing the show. 20 for Mohammad Abbas now, 19 Abdul Rahman, 11 Wasim Akram, 11 Zulfikar Babar. But the world record is of 32 innings for the Shane Bond when he continuously taking wicket in his first after the debut, the continuously 32nd match he took the wicket. But just see now, as we know that Abbas has been injured now and he is not the part of the Pakistan team. Unfortunately, this will be the end of the Abbas. Otherwise, we were thinking that might be he may progress to the Shane Bond's record, but now they have to put the brakes on 20 because Abbas will not be the part of the third match. I have to close the show, and now before closing the show, then killer factor, bring the music on. So every year we have been seeing the double centuries by the great Mysterios. Sometime Javed Miandad, Alan Border, Sachin Tendulkar, Brian Charles Lara, 200, 300, 400. But this year is 2018. 2018 and we are already in December now. So only now 30 to 31 days roughly have been left in this very month. Highest test score in this year is 196 by Kushal Mendes. Very important. And there is no double century have been made in this year, we say 2018. And if there is no double century in 2018, it will be the first time ever in the history of cricket since 55 years that a calendar year will end without an individual 200 brilliance. Last time when it happened, that was 1963 when Sir Conant Hunt made 182. After the 1963, every year cricketing world has seen the double ton individually by an individual batsman of any one team, and certainly most of the times this is more than the one player. But this is the first drought year when there is a no double 100. So still fingers crossed that this killer factor will be broken before we get into the 2019 or not. But for knowing that this record has been broken or not, you need to stay on Match Point by Dr. Adnan. You can follow me on the YouTube and the Facebook page, both with the same name of Greatest Empire USA. Subscribe the page, follow me and give suggestions and tell me and what you want to see, who is your favorite actor, how you want to become a part of my show, and we will be happy to have you on the forum and with your live calls. We will be starting some edition of the live calls and the live inclusion of the Skype callers with me on the Match Point. Give me suggestions how to do it and we will make it possible. Till the next news, when the Pakistan and the New Zealand series decider would have been done in the UAE, in the alternate home of Pakistan, we will be right back in the studios again to show you that who is the winner and champion of this test match series. Till then, Dr. Adnan says you goodbye, take care and Bye bye. Which is the paradise of the fast bowlers. And हाँ नहीं बस ये बस इतना बस काफ़ी है, बस तस्वीर लगा दीजिएगा, मैं पर तीन बता देंगे ना. And I told you before taking the first break that highest test score by the Kusal Mendes which has been done, and the Sri Lanka versus English team थोड़ी सी गड़बड़ हो गई है.
Australia have won the World Cup of 2007. Australia are the World Cup champions of 1999.
What a victory for the Sri Lankans. A fantastic effort.